All right, Zach, I got a good one for you. So, is in a nutshell, the question is a known criminal, right? A known criminal. If his debit card gets declined multiple times, he's like swiping it multiple times. Is that reasonable suspicion that that credit card is stolen? And you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Anthony? Let me back it up. Okay. So the cops are watching this guy inside a convenience store. Now, here's the deal. They know who he is. Okay. He's a chronic offender. He has a history with the police department. He has a history of drugs. He also has a history of fraud, financial crimes. Okay. Stolen credit cards. He's been trespassed multiple times from other businesses in the area. He's a problem child. And so what they're thinking is they're watching him and they see him trying to pay, right, for some chips or whatever, and he's swiping his debit card multiple times and it keeps getting declined, okay? And finally he just gives up and he leaves his stuff behind. He just walks out the store. What are they
Right.
thinking, Zach? What do you think they're thinking, right?
Yeah, thinking he's using a stolen credit card, and yeah,
Right. It got frozen, right?
right.
So they detain him and we go from there. Okay. So we don't need to worry about what happens after the story. We just need to answer the question, is this even a lawful stop based on the facts that I've given you? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think this is. It's really reasonable suspicion is not a high standard. It's just a moderate likelihood of criminal activity afoot or being present.
Right.
Even on that scale, I don't think this is really even that close to it. Yes, we know a little bit about his history, but that doesn't mean that he's forever. Every time his card is declined in the future, he's forever subject to being detained by the police. It's like somebody who's been arrested for vehicle break-ins. So that means every time we see him walk past an unoccupied parked car, we can detain him to make sure he's not breaking into cars or yeah.
Right. I think that's a good analogy. Or somebody, how about this? How about somebody who has possessed stolen cars 3 times in the past, 3 different charges, 3 different arrests, and now is
Mhm.
driving a car?
So we
We
pull him
stop
over to see.
him,
Oh
we pull
yeah,
him over, you know?
yeah.
No, that's not going to work, right, Zach?
Yeah, we need some other objective criteria to believe that right now he's engaged in criminal activity. Why do we believe that credit card is not his or it's stolen? The mere fact that it's declined is not, it's not going to do it. So,
Now, I like to use the phrase change the facts, change the answer, right? So,
mhm.
what if he's like trying to swipe his card and he looks over his shoulder and he sees 2 uniformed officers and quickly, I don't know, like he cancels the transaction and just like quickly runs out of the not runs out of the store, but quickly walks away. Would that maybe we're
Yeah, that
closer at
actually,
least, right?
yeah, that's a little bit closer because given that we know this guy's history, I think that's really
Yeah.
important. And upon sight of the police, he basically flees.
Yeah.
Um, you
Tries
know,
to
we,
tries to get
but
away, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So in that case, we could put up an argument there. We could put
Yeah, at
up an
least we have
argument.
something.
That's that guilty mind. Yeah,
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 why not just try to finish the transaction or, maybe call whatever it is, right? It looks like he's
sure.
stopping it because of the police, not because it's been declined by itself.
Right.
Now, finally, hunches, right? I think
Mhm.
that this is a hunch, right? That's what hunches are. Hunches are, I know this guy, or the way he's looking at the police, the way he's not looking at the police, whatever. I think he's up to criminal activity, but that's not enough to detain people. But what should the cops probably do? I mean, if you have this hunch that the guy's involved in criminal activity, what is a good tool to use? What do you think?
Well, there's always the consensual encounter. There's always just walking up to him and seeing if he'd be willing to engage in a little conversation and ask a few questions. And it doesn't take long to get us to reasonable suspicion there.
Right.
I mean, having hunches that's good police work to have hunches. I mean, that's what policing is premised on hunches
Right.
in many aspects. It's just that in most of them they're not actionable until
Right.
you rise to a certain level. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'd pay attention to this guy if I was in the store watching him do this as a police officer, knowing what I know about him.
Yeah.
I would have paid attention to that and try
Yeah.
to
Just
talk.
engage him. Yeah. And maybe he does something stupid like, drops drugs or whatever it was. Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Look, I like your answer. I think that's what we have here, and we go from there. But the cops had good faith, as they would say, but they didn't have objective reasonableness, and a case like that would be dismissed. All right. I appreciate you guys. If you like what we're doing here, please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, my friends, stay safe.
Take care.